This woman bought this vase for $3.99 at a Goodwill store in Virginia. But it wasn't just any vase.
It is every thrifter's dream. Turns out that vase was designed in the 1940s by famed Italian architect Carlo Scarpa.
So that vase ended up reselling at a Chicago auction house for $100,000, which makes it one very successful thrift flip. That's when you buy something secondhand and then you resell it for a profit.
I just got back from the thrift store.
I love to look for pieces that I can turn from drab to dreamy.
You could totally flip this on Facebook Marketplace.
The hashtag thrift flip has more than 4 billion views on TikTok, with some influencers turning their thrifted finds into mortgage payments.
About 5 months later, I paid off all $10,000 from flipping furniture.
It's also a way to make pocket money for things like
Going to the movies, going to an amusement park, going to a concert, traveling.
But is it possible to make enough money thrift flipping to do it full time?
We're known as high profit flippers, so we go out and we've made, our highest flip to date, $25,000 on a single item.
That item was this security tower. So how can you go from this to this and make thrift flipping a 6-figure business?
If I can figure out how to make money in this business, trust me, anybody can.
Okay.
I have actually sold GameCube boxes, just the box, for like $50.
Don't throw away the boxes.
Right.
Or the papers.
They're valuable.
Yeah. Nayeli Garcia grew up going to yard sales around LA. Now she makes extra money thrift flipping part-time.
It's almost like if you maybe were to buy a scratcher, or you find in your jeans that $50 bill that you completely forgot about, maybe something like that.
Almost every weekend, Nayeli finds local yard sales on an app where she buys things for as little as $1, then resells them on eBay for $10 to $100.
A really good month, sometimes I can sell $500 worth, and on a really bad month, it could be like $50 worth.
Since she started thrift flipping in 2021, Nayeli has sold roughly 500 items, mostly related to video games.
Retro gamings from, like the 90s, 2000s, those are still pretty popular and actually worth decent money.
Take this retro Zelda game she listed and sold for $70. After purchasing it for $5 and factoring in the roughly 13% cut from eBay, plus the cost of shipping and gas, she estimates her net profit was about $53. That's pretty good.
So it really depends. It's not consistent income, but this is also my passive income. So I love that I get to do this as a hobby, really.
On average, Nayeli is earning about $270 a month. But how can you make thrift flipping more than just a hobby? Enter Lily Skoldal, aka the Furniture Doctor. She's a full-time content creator and furniture flipper with over 500,000 followers across TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. Oh, and Melissa McCarthy follows her.
I tend to gravitate towards mid-century modern furniture. I love clean lines, walnut veneer, teak veneer, things that aren't super damaged. So I like to work smarter, not harder.
Take this armoire she picked up for $50 and resold as is for $900. Or this dresser she got for just $60 and flipped for $1,400. Her strategy for success? Buy items for $75 or less, work out of a free space, and resell exclusively on Facebook Marketplace to avoid shipping costs and to build a local customer base.
So I try to flip at least one piece a week, so 52 weeks in a year. Say my average profit is at least $500, sometimes upwards of $1,000.
That comes out to roughly $3,000 a month. But if you count her full-time social media and brand presence as a thrift flipper, it's more like
$37,000. That happened in December of 2023. I hit $50,000 for February 2024. Yeah, it's crazy.
What's even crazier, you can make tens of thousands of dollars on a single flip, like Rob and Melissa Stevenson, who now teach other people how to master the art of thrift flipping.
If we threw full-time hours at this, easily $350,000, $500,000 a year is not something that's undoable.
These are the Flea Market Flippers. a husband and wife duo from Florida that quit their jobs in 2015 and turned thrift flipping into a full-time six-figure business after decades of doing it on the side.
In that first year at full time, we got 133,000 gross and we netted right at 100,000.
Today, they put more time into teaching other flippers how to do what they do instead of flipping themselves. But their eBay sales still come close to $100,000. Last year, they spent $7,300 on items to flip and turned it into $71,000 in net profit. They swear by three things if you want to do it yourself.
Your money is made in your buy. Get the items as cheap as you possibly can. If you send out offers and the sellers don't accept those offers, go find another item. Don't get
So
attached
much
to
out
something.
there. Yeah, there's so many things out there that people are always getting rid of stuff.
Rob and Melissa focus on high profit flips, aka things they can sell for 10 times more than they originally bought them for. Like this Turbo Chef oven they bought for just $150 and sold for more than $6,000 to pay for a Hawaiian cruise. As a family, the Stevensons travel all over the country, picking up items along the way that later become listings on their eBay store, which has 100% positive seller feedback. There are more than 18 million sellers on eBay. And like any platform, it uses an algorithm to sort listings based on an item's popularity, pricing, and the seller's track record. Which brings us to their number one tip for thrift flipping like a pro. That word is so hard.
Under promise, over deliver on everything that you do.
Many times people come back and they'll write feedback. It was in way better condition than I thought. Great item, great seller. So,
That's what we want.
And that's exactly what we want.
And whether you're looking to make a little extra pocket cash or become a full-time flipper, the first step to thrift flipping is just to start.
Start with the low dollar items. Sell those dollar items. Learn the process of that so you can actually just get better and better at it. And then you start progressing into the higher profit stuff or the more expensive stuff where you're going to make a lot more money.
Are you on the hunt for more videos like this? Then subscribe to The Hustle and get your daily intake of business and tech news over at thehustle.co.